everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 69 of Direwolf20's Modern Skyblock series. Today we have a quest of sorts to go on. We have an adventure to accomplish. We need to find a dungeon. And I have no idea how to do that. I don't know if there's like a neat trick we can do, or if we just wander aimlessly around the moon. However, today's plan, hopefully I can take these off without choking. Yay. Fill up that oxygen. Do it. Do it now. So my plan for today is to find a dungeon on the moon. So last episode we set up our moon base, right? We've got this nice little oxygen bubble going on here, which is great. We tried to set up some kind of don't let mobs spawn torch up there, but it doesn't seem to be working because I think there's mobs all around, which is great. Not so great. But we have our oxygen bubble, so that's cool. See, nifty little oxygen bubble protecting our nifty little base there. So that's cool, right? And what we're going to do today is find a dungeon. So it is still very dark out on the moon, and I was really hoping that it would be less dark. And hey, look, some more meteoric ore stuff. I'll mine this whenever I find it, because I don't know, like, how much... Ah, boy. Ah, boy. Bad things. Try not to kill yourself, by the way, Direwolf. That would be super cool if you could, like, not do that. Haha, nice. Explode those evil Endermen. Nice, super cool. Yeah, so what do we got to do today? We have to find a dungeon of sorts. So, I don't know much about Galacticraft, or like how the dungeons work, or anything about that. So, we might wander aimlessly-ish. These are torches, so that's cool. I should have probably gotten glowstone torches prior to coming out here. But basically, I can explore, I don't want to say aimlessly, but relatively aimlessly. I can explore the terrain. Anybody who gives me trouble gets a taste of the exploding arrows. Ha ha ha. Take that. And I'm going to look for, apparently, a dungeon. While exploring the moon, you may stumble across a dungeon. By defeating the boss in it, you will obtain a dungeon key in which you can obtain a dungeon chest. In said chest, you may find the schematic for a tier 2 rocket. Now, I was just happening to look through the Galacticraft quest line, and I noticed that, like, the end quest, like the one with a little shape here, is Pluto, which requires tier 8 rocket. So I hope I don't have to find dungeons on every planet from here to Pluto, because that would get tedious quickly. I'm hoping that, like, once I hit another planet, the making of other rockets is along the lines of, like, way better than what we currently have, which is aimlessly wander around the moon and hope you run into a dungeon of some sort. I don't know if the dungeon's above ground, I don't know if the dungeon's below ground, and I don't know which mod adds that dungeon mechanic, if it's Galacticraft itself. Galacticraft Core is what has the dungeon key, so that makes me suspect... Now, is there a little bit of light going on down here, or is that just my imagination? That makes me suspect this is a Galacticraft Core mechanic. No, it's just that, yeah. Hello, Earth. You're very nice looking up in the sky. But where is a dungeon? That's what I need to know. And the large number of monsters on the surface of the moon is not making me feel comfortable about the finding of a dungeon. Like, but we'll see what happens, I guess. So I guess wander aimlessly until I hopefully run into one. Yay. I guess we'll come back in a minute once hopefully I find something, because this, you know, if I'm not careful, this could be an entire episode of aimlessly wandering until I find a dungeon, which I'd really rather it not be. So let's come back. Day 17 of exploring the moon. I found nothing! Apparently, it's supposed to look like a big hole in the ground, or like a big ravine. So it should be relatively obvious once I find it. I would hope. But, like, the trick is that I don't really have flight out here, because my jetpack won't work. I guess I do have access to extra utilities, so if I wanted to, I could make an angel ring. And maybe that would help with my travels. Might be cool. Maybe I should look into that. What would be involved in making an angel ring? Requires, yes, I know, an angel ring makes an angel ring. That's not an ideal answer. Ah, that's what we want. Okay, cool. Oh, that's the bauble version, right. So to make it, it's the standard recipe, right? Ring of the Flying Squid, golden ingots, cursed lasso, drop of evil, yada, 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 ghast plus bat. Ghasts and bats might be tricky to get on a skyblock, but it should be doable, especially using my existing jetpack, which I can use in the overworld. I can't use it here because I need to wear my spacesuit, otherwise I take radiation damage, and that's bad times. So maybe I'll spend a few more minutes looking around the moon. If I fail to find anything soon, I'm going to head back to my base and get an angel ring so that I can at least wear that while exploring the moon, and that would be nice. Is this like a beehive of some sort, or is this just another meteoric? That's another meteoric iron thing. It's like, it looked like a beehive a little bit from the distance. I was like, what? That would be a weird thing to find on the moon. But yes, no idea exactly what I'm looking for. Now here's something like a ravine. That doesn't look like any kind of dungeony thing, does it? I mean, it goes down far, but yeah, not feeling. I'm thinking it's like really obvious when you find it. Like it'll have like special bricks and all kinds of other stuff going on. So we will see when we find it, hopefully. Back in a minute again. You know what? It occurs to me I can't make an angel ring, because in order to do so, I need a drop of evil, which drops some wither skeletons that we don't have access to yet. Wah, wah, wah. What other forms of flight do we have? If not... well... Squid wings kind of give you flight, don't they? Jet propulsion at your fingertips uses 16 GP, huh? So, I mean, that's better than nothing, right? Now, why did you disable? So, I don't understand why this portal's not working all of a sudden. It was working no problem last episode, and I even chunk loaded my moon base just to be safe. So, it is chunk loaded over there. What's up with that? I want to test something real quick. Waypoints, can I... if I teleport, will you take me to that dimension? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. So I do have this dimension chunk loaded. See? Like, there's a claimed area and chunk loaded chunk, and that's the one that I'm in. And we're definitely inside the bounds of the chunk that's loaded with the teleporter. So I don't know, and even like the power thing is inside the bounds of the chunk, right? Like my power dude that's receiving energy, well, the quantum entangulator. So I don't know what's up with that. That is a weird thing going on. Maybe he needs an anchor upgrade? Supported upgrade is anchor. I don't know that I would need, per se, an anchor upgrade. What would be involved in making that? Anchor upgrade. Infinite energy is low. Crushed diamonds for an anchor upgrade. Let's go through. See, now look, it's still open. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Let's steal one of you, and let's get some glass cooking, because I think that was required for the anchor upgrade. And what we'll do is we'll, like, you know, actually, let's put it on both sides just to be a little extra safe. I don't know why that's happening. So an anchor... oh boy, that's annoying. Anchor upgrade. Every time I hit H, it opens up like a UI or something. Diamond dust from mechanism in a crusher. Okay. So I did come home. I did get my... oh, you know what? You're bound to grid power, which is solar only right now. So that's a thing. Your current radiation level is 16. Is that bad, or... hey, jet propulsion. Why you no working Angel Ring? Oh, right, Angel Ring can be a little bit derpy when you travel between dimensions. Wow, hey, that was a lot of fall damage. But anyway, Crushing Factory, take care of that for me. Let's anchor upgrade those things. Yeah. We'll anchor upgrade both sides, and we'll see. Enriched alloy. I'm pretty sure I have you on autocraft as well. See, every time I hit H, it brings up that. We're gonna have to change that hotkey. because that opens up even when you're inside a UI. But we'll put anchor upgrades in both sides, and maybe that will make it so that they work even when there's not a player nearby. I don't know. Anchor, keep a machine's chunk loaded. Well, I'm already doing that with the other mod, with the FTV utils thing, but I don't know, maybe this will help this portal stay open. We'll see if it happens again. I'll be interested to see if it does. But yay, anchor upgrade. Cool. Alright, so I've got my Ring of the Squid, which is only going to work. Well, A, it gets derpy when you come in back and forth from a dimension. B, fall damage, ouch. C, only works during the daytime in the overworld, but we'll see what happens. I don't know, maybe this will help me find a moon thingy. So I'm going to recharge my oxygen and we'll go back to searching for a moon dot. Well, the good news at least is I'm finding lots of meteors as I'm running around out here. Again, not super sure how important meteoric ore is yet, but I'm finding lots of them. Continuing to look for a dungeon. I'm getting a little close to giving up on the search for a dungeon, but I'm going to keep looking for a little bit longer. Alright guys, I finally found a dungeon. I'm not even gonna lie about it. I cheated in a dungeon locator, which is a creative mode only item, and even with this in my inventory, it still took me close to 45 minutes to find this dungeon. So these dungeons are deep underground in the moon, super rare, super uncommon, and super hard to find. I don't know what like the legitimate proper way to find a dungeon is, but it's gotta be better. There's gotta be a better way. Because even with the dungeon locator, it was really hard to find this dungeon. Like super not easy. Not even a little bit. And you can see like I was doing lots of digging and like lots of trying to clear stuff out. So like, yeah. So just to be like clear on like how far I was exploring, right? Like, look at the shenanigans of travel that I did just to kind of like try and find my way around. I don't know how this blip happened in the map, but long story short, I have been all over the moon and finally found it. So let's like add a waypoint here just because this was super hard to find. So I'm currently about 2,000 blocks away from my moon base. Ho ho. But we found something of a dungeon. Nice. All right, so, oh boy. What? What? I wasn't even... What? I was nowhere near... Hold on. I'm just going to that dungeon. I was nowhere near that explosion. Not enough to kill me, at least. That is wonky. I don't know. I'm starting to not like the moon so much. I'm really not. Like, I'm not even lying about the fact that I teleported back here, because there was no way I was going to get my corpse, right? So let's remove that death waypoint. I don't know how I died there, but okay. So there's definitely monster spawners here. Ow. Oh good, we've hit the situation where cobwebs are awesome. The old, I want to break blocks. No, I want to kill mobs inside the blocks. Yeah, dude, look at that. That thing is doing some serious damage to me even from far away. Alright, so this thing is nasty. What we're probably going to want to do is have some kind of lighting mechanic. So, do we have any glowstone? We could probably make some. And that should auto-craft in the overworld, and in a minute we can snag a bunch of it. I'm just trying to be, like, super careful because, hey, broken mob spawners, yay. You know, the lack of infinity energy units. Wow, we're dropping fast on that. Do we have any more infinity cards? We have one. Do we have our glowstone yet? It's still cooking. 380 infinity units. Ugh. Alright, hopefully we got some now. Yes. Oot, that was quick. Hoo. Gotta be quick about that. Those infinity cards don't last forever, do they? Enderlink bag? I'm gonna put... Well, you know what? I'm gonna put this in here. That'll be a good spot for it. Yeah, that'll do. Gluttony charm. You can go back on here. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we should hopefully... a little bit of lighting here. Not a super large amount for sure. You know what? I took off my magnet earlier too because of all the mining I was doing. I probably want that back on. Baubles. No, that's not what I want. I have to rearrange this in such a way that it fits. That'll do. Cool. Hey, now we're cooking. All right. Oh boy. See, look how far away I was. And it still, like, did a reasonably large amount of damage to me. Interesting. Brutal, but interesting. I'm not looking forward to a boss fight. But at least we have an idea of where we need to go now. Can I see... Wow, these moon torches do not give off a lot of light, do they? Alright, so that looks like a boss room, right? But I can't wear armor because I need my spacesuit on. So, like, how tricky is this boss fight gonna be? Oh, hello. Boss despawned. Don't re-enter room to respawn boss. Okay. Oh, you're killing me. I don't understand what's up with that explosion, because it should not be that... Like, if I'm shooting the wall over there, how am I dying from full health? That doesn't make any sense. Something is weird with that explosion radius. Can I, like... numpad 8 to quell? What if I just do that? Oh. Dude. Insane. So here's my problem. Right, let's go back to our death point. Yeah, I'm like clearly just like not having a good time with this. Here's my problem, right? This is the way I see it as being a problem, right? I'm supposed to fight a really difficult boss, which requires a decent amount of armor, yet I'm wearing a spacesuit, which clearly is not giving me any armor protection at all. Because even though it says it has armor protection, like, I'm dying in one hit from that explosion, which, like, sure, fair, I get it. Hello. What, do you kick me up? Ow. Oh, he's laughing at me now. Well, actually, like... Ow. Now I'm, like, not taking any damage, so I don't know. I don't know how this all works. I don't understand it. Oh boy, that's not going to be good in like a second, is it? One more hit. Come on. I hit him! I hit him! Okay, cool. I guess I did the thing. Wow, you don't have, what, any... You have power. Wait, what? What just happened? It went from, like, empty to full. I am super confused on all aspects of what's happening in this mod right now. I don't understand it at all. Also, there's apparently a key, but I'm having trouble picking it up. Oh, hey, there we go. Cool. So did I get the key? I guess. Hooray! A blueprint! NASA workbench schematic for moon buggy. Partially filled oil canister, raw meteoric iron. Don't tell me that I didn't get the thing that I need and I have to find another one of these dungeons, because that's going to be an untenable situation for Dyer. That is not going to be a situation that I'm going to be okay with. Yeah. How's my energy units? Not great. If you're telling me that I need to find another one of these dungeons, I'm not, no. Sorry. I can't. It took me literally, guys, I'm not even exaggerating, 45 minutes with the cheated in Dungeon Finder. I'm just, that's not cool by me. We're gonna have to do something different. So I got my dungeon key, but I didn't get my workbench schematic for a tier 2 rocket. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cheat it in. Because I found the dungeon, I'm not gonna just, you know, spend a million years trying to find another dungeon. Oh look, quest complete. That was an annoying dungeon to find. Alright, let's teleport home. And cool. Do what? Creative mode, spectator mode. Do what? Why is that tuned that? Game mode 0. So that's what F4 does. Usually it's either F4 or F7, depending on which mod you have installed, to turn on and off the light showing thing. So I'm used to hitting F4. I guess that puts you in creative mode. Cool. Today I learned. All right. So lots of cheating a bit later, but we got our tier 2 moon buggy or whatever thing we need to do research-wise. That was a frustrating experience. I hope that the next planet has a less frustrating experience. Yeah, look, now you're all empty again. Wait, now you're full again. So am I empty or full? I don't know if I like this extra planets radiation thing going on. I think that's the mod that's being that and planetary progression are both a little bit buggy. See, look, we got research paper for the moon again. The moon and Mars is all we seem to be getting. Maybe I have to like do the Mars thing. I put that in here, right? And then didn't I have some kind of batteries? Fuel canister, U. Progress. Cool. You discovered Mars. Well, maybe now that I discovered Mars, you'll actually find something other than Mars. So I guess what I'm supposed to do is go to my NASA workbench here and add schematic and unlock. And oh, cool. Now we have tier 2 rocket. Cool. All right. I got you. So if I get more schematics, like the NASA moon buggy that I got as well from that dungeon, and unlock that dude, now we should have a moon buggy? Well, that's kind of cool. All right, so tier 2 rocket is, I presume, what my next quest objective is, right? So next quest objective to space and beyond would be a tier 2 rocket, obviously. Okay, cool, tier 2 rocket. So a tier 2 rocket, tier 4, 5, 6, 5, lots and lots of tier 5, 6, 7, 8 rockets. Tier 2 rocket, so there's a couple of them. I guess they have different storage spaces, that's why, okay. And then pre-fueled is creative only. All right. Oh, no, wait, no, I don't want to be in there. So, so we need heavy-duty plates, fins, tier 1 engine still, and nose cone. So let's get all this crafting, right? So we need 1 nose cone. We need 1 engine. We need 4 fins. Yeah. Let's just do it this way. Maybe it would be easier. Are these the tier 2 rockets? Cargo rockets. Yeah, there we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 heavy duty plates. And then we need tier 1 boosters. So let's see what's involved. No crafting CPUs. Well, we'll get that in a minute. Let's, so I can at least fly again. That's so much better. I wish there was a way I could put, like, you know, the radiation protection stuff in this armor. That would be super nice. I'm suspecting I can't. Protection, fire protection, blast protection, projectile. Yeah, all the standard stuff. Oh well. So then what else do we need? Rocket booster. Right? Tier 1 booster. So let's get some programming up of how to make that. So that needs compressed meteoric iron. Hey, we found out what we need that for. Does it have to be yellow? Or can it be, I guess it does have to be yellow. Do I not have any dandelions? I should. Maybe, yes. It's nice to be back on Earth, where I'm not like, you know. I was excited for the moon, but that was not, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, that super was not a fun experience trying to find that dungeon. It really took a long time to find, and with cheating, it took a long time to find. Like, I expected that once I gave myself this dungeon finder, it would be easier. It really wasn't. Like, it was near impossible to find a dungeon. But, that said, let's turn our dandelion into the thing so that we can get our rocket booster, right? So you need to learn how to make compressed meteoric iron, apparently. Don't you have... Wait, what? Are you doing the thing with the power again? Silly guy. Oh, and then that happens too. I don't know why that happens either. But for some reason when I middle click shift my inventory, it like... When I sort my inventory, it suits that armor on. It's crazy. So anyway. Now I know we have wool. There we go. Alright, so let's get this guy going. Please. Booster, you know how to do most things. You just need to know how to make a filled fuel canister, which I have one of those, so I'm not gonna... You know what I can do? I can just do this. Does that work enough that it'll program it? Yes. Okay, cool. And then meteoric iron. So we've got a bit of this stuff, right? The only thing we can do with this is smelt it, correct? Correct. So alloy smeltery in smelting mode, you can start cooking that up. And then meteoric plates is one meteoric iron ingot becomes 2 plates. Well, that's kind of cool. So let's at least get that taught. Oh, you're doing lots of compressing. I think I have an extra compressor over here, don't I? That's probably not in use. Energy storage, electric compressor, nice. Okay, cool. So when I can make the plate so I can teach the recipe, and then once the recipe's taught, we can make the auto crafting recipe. And then we can get our 2 boosters cooking, right? So I'm gonna need an extra yellow wool dude. Can you sag mill those flowers, those dandelions? You used to be able to. I'm hoping you still can. Yay, you can. Nice, for a whole good amount of yellow dye. Cool. And then you'll make an extra one of those because we're going to need 2 boosters, right? And then, did not mean to do that. So you make the tier 1 rocket booster, so now we have that pattern. But then I also want to have that one of these becomes 2 of these in the compressor. So whoever that compressor guy is, this hopper here is the one I'm talking about. So let's request a pair of boosters, and that shouldn't be too hard to make. You're missing 2 filled fuel canisters, but I can get those easily enough manually. So I won't teach it how to make those. And now you're cool. And because we probably want to be a little extra safe with holding on to filled fuel canisters, right? Empty canister. I should probably teach you how to make them, because you can make most of the other parts. Yeah, you can. Nice. So let's get 2 of them. Does that sound fair? Nice. So what else are you crafting at the moment? Just a few things. Let's start building our tier 2 rocket. So tier 2 rocket is going to require a couple parts from Galacticraft. We're going to want our nose cone. We're going to want this guy. We're going to want these 4. Are you still making the 10 heavy-duty plates I requested? You might be. In fact, you're using heavy-duty plates to make your rocket booster, so those are scheduled. So we're going to need 10 more in addition to this. So let's come back after all this auto crafting is done. All right, let's see if you're done, Galacticraft crafting. Looks like it. So did I get everything here? So I need you guys for the tier 2 rocket. There we go. So yes, quite a little bit bigger. Okay, wait. Tier 2 rocket. Heavy duty plate tier 2. Oh, today I learned that's a thing. Hold on. Nobody panic, but we just learned something today. Well, we can keep it at this. So meteoric iron, if I could have one of you, please, that would be super cool. We're gonna need a little bit more of this stuff. Now the good news is it kind of spawns all around you, so that's neat. So what we're gonna want is one of you and one of you, is that correct? Combined together. That looks cool. And that'll be a heavy duty plate tier 2. There it is, heavy duty plate tier 2. Okay. And that is what's required to make this. So that's going to be another recipe for here. You're running out of space, bro. But we're going to want 9 more of these. In fact, can I cancel you real quick? Thanks. Because I accidentally had all my stuff in there. So can we... Are you cooking? You are. Not a problem. Heavy duty... So now you have one of these available and you already have these 9 available. So start that. And that should be cooking. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll be back in yet another minute once this is ready. All right. Heavy duty tier 2 plates for our tier 2 rocket. I'm getting a little nervous about how much we might need to actually make it to Venus. Because a tier 8 rocket, like if the progression is going to be like that crazy, might be rough. I'm now, just want to check the quest book. What does unlocking tier 8 rockets get me? So you technically don't seem like you have any... RF tools, which then unlocks mystical crops and eventually equivalent exchange. So I have to get all tier 8 rocketry? I guess we'll find out what happens. Hey, quest 2. Hooray. So, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have to just kind of progress a little bit, but I'm suspecting, like, it looks like there's a tier 4 rocket, a tier 5 rocket, right? Requires going to Uranus, requires going to Saturn. I presume that each tier of rocket is going to require progressively more difficult resources. But on to Mars, right? So we discovered Mars. We know that Mars is a thing that exists now. Are you behaving, Mr. Satellite? Like, you don't look like you're working, do you? Are you researching at the moment? Like, do you have to be broken and picked up? Now I don't have a satellite ID anymore? And this is the planet progression mod, not the Galacticraft core mod. So I just used another command to launch a planet into space. Getting a little nervous about like how many commands I need to use and cheats I have to do to get this stuff to work the way it's supposed to. Because for whatever reason, progression research was stuck. And apparently breaking the satellite controller loses access to existing satellites. Or I'm doing something wrong, which is more than likely possible. Absolutely could be the case that I'm doing something wrong. But let's see what happens. Hopefully after it's done researching the moon, it'll actually start researching another planet. But hey, look, I have a tier 2 rocket. Yay! So I guess that means I'm going to need a launch pad, right? So let's get one of those going. That would, I presume, need a tier 2 rocket launch pad? Used to launch tier 4 through 8 rockets. Oh no, so regular launch pad should be fine then. And then I would put you on there. And then I presume that you have a lot more fuel that you need, right? But you look like a bigger rocket, so that's cool. Did we get our canisters? We did. So where's that fuel production line thing? Doop, doop, doop. And let's get ourselves a few more buckets of oil. We'll go with 8 for now. So that at least you can start refining more liquid. And I should probably set up some kind of automation thing to like pipe this liquid over here, but we'll get to that. So you're making fuel now? So I assume that the same rules will apply here. Cool, so you're fully fueled, so that's nice. So let's maybe get mechanism. Did I program? Yeah, I did. Teleporter, we want 1. And teleporter frame, we want 9, right? Is that how many we want? So it's 1, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's 9 frames. And what we'll also probably want from mechanism is, so there's your teleporter. The teleportation frames are going. The quantum entangloper. Start that dude. Because I want to be prepared once we hit Mars, which is the next planetary destination. I want to have a teleporter back and forth. Yay. And that kind of thing. So I'm just thinking about like how that will work. So how's like a third teleporter work? That's going to be weird. I don't entirely know. Like, do I need another teleporter here on Earth? Because if I'm going to want to be able to do all the things, right? Is your quantum entangloper ready? Yeah, it is. So if I want to, I might want another teleporter here on Earth. I think I do, right? Because, like, this one's named right now home base, but it goes from the home base to the moon, right? If I have a third teleporter, right, that's on Mars, how do I teleport back to my home base? Like, do I set the frequency to home base and now all 3 teleporters are connected? And then when I step through one, which one do I teleport to of the 2? So it's a little bit, I get like the whole same frequency thing, but I feel like if I want to have a teleporter, I'm gonna have to be a little bit, I'm gonna probably want to move this guy because we're probably gonna want, you know, a more reasonable location for him. But let's get our teleporters. Let's just get this one here, and then we'll take our new one. Right? So we already have the new one crafted. That's cool. So we'll call this Mars. Cool. No frame. Correct. Cool. Mars, no link. All right. So theoretically, you're set to Mars, not home base. Right? So then when I want to go to Mars, I'm going to want to go through that teleporter. And we'll maybe do something along the lines of having... Let's get you filled up, by the way. And put you in here. Cool. Okay, so let's take a look. All right, so at this point, I'm well past the wrapping up point. So let's come back next episode for traveling to Mars and seeing what's involved in that whole destination. So let's make sure we've got our oxygen. That's probably a nice thing to bring with us. And next episode, we'll launch our rocket to Mars. Does that sound cool? So I assume once he's launched, I assume I'll be able to land on Mars, and then I'll be good. I don't know if I need like a better suit, because there's higher tier spacesuits, and I don't know. So tier 2 spacesuit used to full stop pressure damage and slow down the rate of radiation gained. The tier of each part of spacesuit counts towards reducing the amount of radiation gained. The higher the spacesuit tier, the slower radiation will be gained. So, like, I could maybe get a tier 2 suit, which requires a tier 2 unprepared suit. So can I take my tier 1 and upgrade it? I can upgrade it to a tier 1 spacesuit gravity boots. Okay, that's not exactly what I meant. Or we could do, yeah. None of these other ones have a nifty upgrade like that. I guess it's just the boots. I guess gravity boots make you, that's cool, gravity controller, meteoric iron, advanced wafer, and batteries. It's kind of cool. But a tier 2 spacesuit is going to require what? Titanium from galactic craft planets, which comes from titanium chunk or ilmenite ore. Titanium alchemical ore dust? Well, that's a thing. Cool. I don't know. Will the book tell me when I need... we totally need to wrap up the episode. So, yeah, look, there's preparing for Mercury and then for Jupiter. So I'm guessing the different tier spacesuits, the quest book will hopefully tell me when I need it. But now, Darryl 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.